welcome back. Today we're at the garage. We are working on the car. We got a couple of things that we got to do, but I want to show you some things that I got from our friends over at Trust Kikaku, who have been helping me source some really cool parts. Check this out. We got some cool parts that came in. We got some of the Nismo. What are these? Carbon pillar garnish. These are gonna go here. We just cleaned the car too, so we've been cleaning all day, and this thing's mint. And we're gonna put these in here. Just gonna do a couple of wipes to make sure there's no residue of oils or anything like that. We also got a couple of just basic, couple little bling things. We got some radiator cap. This build is going to be basically all Nismo stuff. We're going to try to make it really pretty. Oil cap. We're going to change the shift knob to this one. Right now we got, let's see, there's like a titanium looking one. It's some sort of weird brand. Let's see if I can get this to show up. Yeah, it's a weird, it's not a Nismo. It looks like the old school Nismo ones, but we got a new shift boot, new e-brake cover. We do have to get this eventually. I haven't been able to find a good one. And because the cart is a Series 3, it does have some of the red stitching accents that are really cool. The seats have it. So the seats have the really cool red stitching. And then we got this background stuff here. Yep, we got this red background stuff. The doors also have it. They have these. It's hard to see. It's like little red dots. It's like a 2-layer fabric. This fabric's really weird. When you run your hand to it, you leave marks. It's almost like a suede. Reminds me of the Porsche Alcantara that they use, but it's not as good. It doesn't feel as good as the Porsche. But it does make it look like it's dirty all the time. So like the seats are in really good condition. But they do feel sometimes like they are a little dirty. And in fact, they're not. I just cleaned up pretty well. So yeah, we got a couple of things here. So we got the shift boot. This, I believe these are mines. Shift boots. This is and we got a helicopter. This is the armrest. It also has the red stitching. It's pretty cool. This is the e-brake boot. I'm not really sure how to call it out. But yeah, we're going to install those. And we got a couple of other parts right here. We've been stacking up a bunch of different parts to help get the car restored back to new. This is a funny, interesting story. Learning so much about imports. You can't put an American tag up front. You have to get an adapter. Shows how much of a noob I am. But one of the biggest thing with the vehicle right now is she's in pretty good shape. The biggest issue I have right now is the brakes are shot. So we're going to be taking those out and disassembling them and rebuilding the calipers with all new hardware. We got the DBA large kit, which these guys here. And so we got, I think there's 354 millimeters in the front and 333 or 335 in the rears. They come with the adapters. Those came all the way from Australia. And then we also have Just a bunch of little things. Here's the hardware to rebuild the calipers. We got new pins, seals, gaskets. We also got new pads, ceramic pads. Shout out to U.P Garage for help hooking me up with these, because we wanted to get some endless, but they are sold out everywhere, and the people that have them want to charge an arm and a leg for some brake pads, and that's dumb. I don't know what these things are. Let's take a look. Oh, these are the radiator mounts. We got new bushings for the radiator mounts, and the new zinc plated hardware. I'm going to restore the ones that I have just to keep them. These are new gaskets for the valve covers, because we are going to be painting the valve covers. That will be another video. We got a bunch of other few other things here. We got some open lug nuts, because we do have some wheels that have been sitting there for a minute, and those are going to be in the car soon. We'll show those later. We got new hoses, because the hoses are pretty old. So, and then we do have a big shout out to SR. I believe they're called SR Auto from the UK. I might be butchering them, but this is their entire hardware kit to replace all the bolts from underneath the car with new stuff. So we'll be using this when we get to do some suspension refresh, waiting on bushings and a few other things. We have some window seals, because the rubber and any whole car starts to peel off. So we're gonna take the glass out and do some new seals all around. I want to see if I can find the N1 glass, which is probably impossible that doesn't have this, but we're gonna have to try to redo something with this one. If you look closely, there's some bubbling, so we'll have to see what we can do with that. Probably sand it down and just kind of rebuild it. But overall, this car is super, super clean. One of the main reasons I shot. And when after it, the headliner is in really good condition. The steering wheel is gonna go. We got, when I bought the car, the guys at Craft Sports, they were doing a promotion. When you bought a vehicle from them, you got 40th anniversary Nismo steering wheel. So that's gonna be coming probably in May, I'm guessing. It sounds like maybe April. We'll see. But right now, this is kind of cool. So we'll take this off and probably keep it around. This is a momentum of the vehicle. I don't know how I feel about this little setup here, because this is not OEM. I believe this is a Garage Yoshida adapter, but it doesn't match the texture of the dash. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it, because it looks kind of weird, but I've been looking for one that matches and haven't been able to find one. So if you have if you know of any options that could be better to keep this same setup, because I really do love this double din stereo. It speaks in Japanese. I think it's part of the car now. I know it's not the OEM. Doesn't really get US stations, but it's Bluetooth and it does what it needs to do. And it's pretty awesome to have as part of the car. I don't want to change too many things on it. I really just want to rebuild it and make it like it was new again. But that's kind of like the owner, whoever had it, really took care of this car. So I don't want to move away from that pedigree that the gentleman started, whoever owned this car. You can see here, those rotors are shot. We do have some spacers that need to come off when the wheels get installed. So that's going to be another video. We'll do that. The car is super clean. I just spent a few hours cleaning it. And here is the main event. This is hard to do with one hand. Hold on. All right. So there she lives. So we ended up, these fell off, turned into trash when I was cleaning the engine. This is going to have to get, I went to Home Depot and found like the this is half inch foam. I don't know if I like it. I might take it off and see if I can find something a little bit smaller. But it does the job for now. I do have some paint to kind of touch up some of these cracking that's happening here from the paint that has been peeled to kind of make it until we can get a fully rebuilt piece from built in the USA. That's the plan right now. It's just we gotta wait. We're spending too much money. We do have a strut bar that came in. We're gonna take a look at that here shortly. And we are going to be repainting. I'm gonna repaint the cover. It's gonna be a super cool color. We'll do that in another video. Oh, and we have the Nismo carbon, some bling pipes somewhere in there. We'll eventually install those too. I'm just waiting on gaskets because I want to get the turbos. I'm going to replace them. I'm not sure if I'm going to go with the GTSSs or the R3 setup to try to keep it OEM. Kind of torn on that one. We also got an oil cooler to help with the oil situation in these vehicles. But that's going to be another video. So for now, we're just going to install some of the interior parts. So we'll start now. All right, so we're inside the car. We were able to get the shift boot out. You basically just pull on this thing, and then it's got this tiny little tabs underneath, kind of like an IKEA frame, picture frame. And you just bend them down, and the thing comes up. Oh, it comes out. What did I do with it? Oh, anyways, I took the old shift boot out, and here's the new one. But so there's not a lot of great documentation or anything that I've seen on how to install these. So this is the mines from Trust Kikaku. So one thing is, it's actually pretty straightforward. But the one thing to remember is that your boot will have this little rubber grommet and is surrounded by a rubber band and a iron ring. So you have to take those off, and then just basically the way that you took it off is the way that it goes back in. Let me see if I can show you what it looks like. So there's the ring, there's the rubber, it's like a rubber band, and the grommet itself. So take that out from your old leather or your OEM, whatever you have. You should have this. Make sure you take it out because this does not come with it. And just reinstall it. Quick update. When I was reviewing and editing the video, I noticed that I put this thing backwards. So yeah, I had the grommet upside down. So make sure that the grommet looks like a V going up instead of a V going down, and it should look like this. That way, when you flip it, you can see the ring. Just make sure you adjust your ring so it doesn't look this bad. Just kind of play with it and massage it. But yeah, quick update. And so this one's ready to go. But before we install that, we have to get this guy out. And for the most part, oh, ice cream truck. Nice. For for the most part, this is kind of a pain. Once you have this out, there will be a screw in here and a screw in here that you got to get out. And it's looking like there's a screw right here that I got to get out. And I'm guessing there's another one in the other side. And then this thing should be ready to come off. I mean, it's pretty loose already. Comes off, lifts up, and then it lifts up and it comes off, and then you should be able to take this out, but you do have to take this whole thing out. Now, one thing, my Alexa's going off. One thing that is kind of annoying. Oh, here's the ice cream truck. Ice cream truck. Where is it? I hear it. Oh, he's right there. Motion detected at the backyard side gate. He's right there. Perfect. Anyways, one thing that I did notice, so this is the armrest also from Mines. This thing sucks. You have to, this is gonna have to, I'm gonna have to take this whole thing apart because it's oversized and it doesn't have the opening for this. And it looks kind of like shit if you just put it on top. So I'm gonna take this whole piece and take it to a professional upholsterer to basically glue this onto it and make it look like an OEM piece. Something that I don't have the skill to do, nor the tools, nor that I want to spend the time doing it. But if you do get this, just know that it's almost meant to be like a sock on it, and that's really not great design. But anyways, so maybe some feedback for the guys over at Mines, or maybe be a little more clear, or maybe I'm just did not do enough research and expected something better. I've done these on my Audi RS3 and it was pretty straightforward, but this is like a sock, so this looks dumb. So we're gonna get that fixed. My alarm's going off again. My dogs are in the yard. So anyways, we're gonna fix that. We're gonna have to take this off and send it, take it to a professional upholsterer to get done professionally, because otherwise it looks like a sock and it's dumb. All right, let me take this out and we'll get this job wrapped up. All right, and we're back. So we were able to get this installed, and it looks pretty dope. Really like the way it came out. We just gotta finish it off. We gotta get this piece upholstered properly because it looks stupid. And I feel like this is actually making the car look much better than what it was. So there is we got the e-brake boot, shift boot with the new shift knob, which actually feels pretty good. And this would have been dope, but it's stupid. Looks like a sock. So just to give you a preview, it'll look something like this. It's really dumb. I cannot believe this is how it's intended to be used. It's kind of dumb. Look, it doesn't even close. But anyways, it looks like that. It's pretty cool. And then we were able to get some of the other small pieces up in the front. So we got the radiator cap installed, which is pretty cool. We got this guy installed. And one last thing, we're gonna bring out the box for this goodie bar. All right, check it out. So in this box, we have something really cool. This came not too long ago and is a Mines titanium strut bar. And that's gonna go in the front of the car. Let's take it out. There it is. The Mines strut tower in titanium. So eventually I want to get a Nismo one, but can't get them anywhere right now. So this will have to do. So this installation is pretty straightforward. You just got to remove these two bolts over there, and then put it on. I do have the Garage Yoshida, I believe is from, little clear rubber gasket that goes underneath, so it's not metal on metal, which this looks to be like what it is right now. So we're gonna take this off and put that on and get this going. All right, check it out. We got the strut bar off. This is what happens when you don't do gaskets. We start getting shit like this. Well, you know, nothing I can do about it now until the car gets repainted. But anyways, here's the Garage Yoshida, I believe. I forget, but there's these little gaskets that are going to help us so that this doesn't get worse, because it's metal and metal contact is not great. So this is going to be good shim for now while we prepare everything. Comes with this. Also, you can get it at Trust Kikaku. I think they were only like $15. It wasn't that much, but an essential piece if you need it. If you are doing a strut bar, you got to do this, because otherwise, metal and metal is no bueno. And so, anyways, there it's the shims. And next, we're gonna put. So here's the old Cusco strut bar, and then now we got the nice titanium bar. Here it is. Strut tower is installed. Motion detected at the front porch. My alarm's still going off. Yeah. So next thing to do is, so these are 14 millimeters. Definitely don't over torque them. We gotta find the torque spec for these. I'm gonna have to look that up online. I have the service manual, so I just gotta find it. But it's pretty straightforward, so it's pretty easy. It looks really pretty. I think this is looking really good. So I'm excited about it. Let me know what you'd like to see next. We got a bunch of parts to go through. We got the carbon. I'm not really sure what this is called, but these installed both sides. They are called. This is actually pretty cool. They come with certificate of authenticity. All these little bits from Nismo had little papers like this one. So this is all records for the car. Goes with the pedigree of it, along with all the paperwork that I got from when I purchased the vehicle. The ornaments are in. So yeah, it was a pretty chill afternoon. I'm hoping to get a new set of these, because these are fading, or they're faded, and then get the carbon wing also. We'll see if we can get those. Parts are getting harder to get, but yeah, car's finished. Strut bar is in, and the interior parts are in. Looks pretty good. We got the boots installed, the new knob installed, and this stupid sock thing. It's got to be fixed. And then I'm gonna look into what this is. Torque splitter. Not sure what that is, but yep. So thanks for hanging out with me today, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.